Uh, Fellow South Africans, I am going to make 2 videos about Jasinta Ngobese. But for the record, I want to say this to you. You must know me, the lady called Jasinta. I don't listen to her video. I don't watch her videos at all. I don't watch or listen to Jasinta. Never. The only 2 videos that I listened to Jasinta, the first one was when she was saying something about Zimbabwe soccer players and why they don't go play in Zimbabwe. And the second one was this media statement briefing after they have met the security cluster. It was important to know how what is the security cluster and how does she respond to the security cluster. Otherwise, I don't listen to Jasinta. I don't have a reason why I must listen to that Jasinta, because I don't know who is this Jasinta. You know, what is so important about Jasinta? I don't know. So, like now, I just hear from the people that Jasinta named the political parties that must be voted for. I haven't seen that because I don't listen to her speak at all. I don't listen to Jasinta speak. I don't have time for the Abomam Kopozi and noisy. You know what is the biggest reason? South Africans, if I knew that you like to listen to people reading scripts, making lots of notes about South African government failure in regard to illegal foreigners matter, I could have done that background from 2005 failure up until 2020 up to recently. I didn't know you wanted somebody else that could do that. I could done because that is exactly what Jasinta did. And all that what she's saying, all of us we know. You know, I'm shocked to say, yeah, but all these things that Jasinta says, Musa, I know these things. Why didn't I come up and say this to the people and then I become a hero? You know, that is the only thing. And the other thing is that the media is giving her a lot of open space and a stake, and it seems like he's the master of all the things, and she's not. There is no any capacity or expertise that Jasinta expressed. I don't see that. That's why I don't even waste time on her. I just want to say, and I don't care who says what. I don't waste my time on Jasinta. You know, and the only thing that you can come up and say, yes, you know everything as she did, as she knows, but at least she's been brave and do something. What did she do? In other platforms that I've been speaking to people, I don't know if I did it here on my TikTok. I told them about something called mob psychology. And when I was talking about my mob psychology, I know I told that in Operation Dudula case, and I said that in the account of my brother King said so. I explained to them what is mob psychology. I said mob psychology is where, I'm sure I did it also here. Mob psychology is where you know the people have this matters. You found them having that problems. You just take over, talk the very same thing that they talking, but bring no solution, and then they come and praise you for doing nothing. South African people have been saying there's an issue about illegal foreigners and blah, blah. Especially for us, we know we are not saying African illegal foreigners. Illegal foreigners are white, Chinese, and whoever. And then by extension, we can talk exactly, there's no African that is illegal in Africa. It's a fact. We can prove that. Now, somebody just come, the very same thing that we have a problem, you try to find out how to deal with it. That person just come and talk about it and do nothing. No results, nothing. And then you praise. Why do you praise that person? You praise that person that at least that person has spoken. That's all Jasinta did. She take what you already had as a problem. She came and talk about it and bring no solution. You know, for example, when EFF say document those people here in South Africa, you refuse, you don't document them. And then you send them out. When Home Affairs see you're going to send them out, Home Affairs send the offices, the very same offices that Julius Malema spoke about, they send them to Zimbabwe and Mozambique. Most of those people that left, some of them have already documented and are back in South Africa as we speak now. What is the date today? The 6th of July. Some of the people that left on the 30th of July, they are documented, they are back in South Africa again. And you cannot talk such a lot of things against the government of South Africa. The government of South Africa is a failure. How many times must I repeat that myself also? It's a failure. After you have mentioned, you talk like Jasinta did in that media briefing. The government of South Africa, she mentioned all the failures until at the borders and the things like that. With the soldiers that are in Cape Town, they don't have a toilet paper. And then you want the borders to be closed. But the army in Cape Town, they don't have a toilet paper. Do you know how much is the kilometers of the borders for South Africa? 3,900 kilometers. 3,900 kilometers. That must be covered and stop to being porous. From Bloemfontein to Cape Town is about 1,200 kilometers. Multiply that by 3. That's how much fence you must put to stop that. So that failing government, you're going to protest and say the very same failing government must do something. And then you say you will march until you win. You win what? Those people are going to act when they want at their time, because even your protest, they mean nothing. It's not shaking them. They are not sleepless. Why? South Africans people, they don't see your reasons for protest to be something big. Hence, every time you will have to bus in people. You take the Zulus, tribalists from the Inkabis in Togoza hostels. I hear how many, Londi said how many hostels, 8 or 30 or something. And then you take them and you bus them into different South African areas, and then you say South Africans are supporting 18,000. We are not stupid. We can see they are not. So it means South Africans, they don't see this in big number as such a very, very big matter. Like in 1976, when the children say, we are skipping the country, we are going to fight back because they lost. Some saw their brothers being cut in front of them. There's no such a big thing. South Africa imnandi papa. Amapiano ngapa, siajola ngapa, siaphuza ngapa. Now you coming up and going out and fight. If I have to do something, you'll have to tell me and say, no. Mabahambe. When they may mabahambe today, tomorrow I want a job. If I don't get a job, hey, why mabahambe? You lying to us. There's no big thing. You understand? Can you let me go and face the police riots for such a minor thing? No, it will never happen. That's what people must know, understand. People want, when they take a punch, must be for a bigger thing. You cannot compare this thing that's happening now with what is happening in 1976 when the youth skipped the country. Stop lying. So I just see Jasinta giving a lot of media publicity, and then she's laying on top of the bed answering when a fly passed, a green fly passed. Where that green fly? When a red fly passed, that red fly. When a black fly passed, where that black fly passed? That's all, nothing more. So what is there for me to talk about except that the very same thing that we know, she's repeating it, and she's getting nothing out of that. What does she get that is there? Phakela had to lie and said 15,000 jobs. What is there?